I think it was a game worthy of a semi-final, even though most people wouldn't like the high-scoring nature over around 500 runs scored. But my opinion on that is that if it's happening as rarely as it has in this tournament, then I'm all for it. If this was the IPL where every second game is like this, then it kind of becomes a bit boring. But I didn't mind this considering the pretext we had throughout the tournament.
Yeah, I do understand your point, but today it felt like it was a batter's game. So the team that scored more sixes basically won because India won by 7 runs. So we hit one extra six. And once a team batting first scores 250 runs, I don't think there's any chance for the other team to chase that down. Because chasing 254 runs it's not a joke, because you have to keep scoring those many runs in every single over. Even if you are, for let's say after the power play, if you are 80 or 100 runs with 0 wickets, you still have to score 150 runs in 14 overs, which is not easy anyways. And with the dew as well, and with the kind of pitch they made, they completely took out all the bowlers. And I think towards the end, bowlers like Bumrah and Hardik, they were giving away 6 runs, and that was the game defining moment. And that doesn't really I don't really appreciate this form of T20 cricket. I would rather have closer matches where you're defending 150, 160. Those are the matches that are more exciting to me, but that's because I think I'm a bit of an old school fan. But
Yeah,
it was definitely
any day
a close
of the
game.
week you would take a 160 kind of a game. But just once in a while, I don't mind such a game. But of course, not in the IPL because you like high scoring games only when they are as rare as they have been in this tournament, not when the 160 game becomes the rarity and 250 becomes the norm. Then it
Yeah.
kind of becomes boring.
Let me pose a question for you, because you just mentioned this. In this match, like you mentioned, all it took was one good bowling over that took the required rate away, and then the batting team was playing catch up. So would you prefer this, or would you prefer matches where the required run rate is very low and one good batting over pushes it very low, and then the bowlers have to catch up and bowl tight, set up fields, and then take the required rate back up? So which side would you prefer the required rate going?
I would, just because of the quality of cricket that is seen, I would like to see the latter, which is a kind of a game where the bowler has the better conditions, and when a batter gets a big over in, it kind of is an anomaly and kind of changes the game in the batter's favor because
Yeah.
of that over. And otherwise it's the bowlers who are dominating. I like those kind of games a bit more because it's more in the balance rather
Exactly.
than here where you're a bowling machine and only someone like a Jasprit Bumrah's class can deliver a spell even when the economy over there is above 8, but you have to consider it as a great spell. It was a great spell, but still the fact that 1 for 33 is considered to be a average spell in an average T20 game. Times have changed, and 1 for 33 I think is one of Bumrah's better spells in T20 World Cups. I would definitely prefer games where there's a equal battle between the bat and ball, similar to the pitches we have seen throughout this tournament. I think up until a week back, you hardly had any pitches like this. And then you had in the Pakistan Sri Lanka game, you had a 200 plays 200, which is also fine. And then India playing Zimbabwe, India playing West Indies, you started seeing a few more high scoring pitches in the later stages.
Yeah.
But the frequency of those, I'm still impressed, because out of 55 games, if 5 are such pitches and 50 are the good ones, I would take that in a heartbeat.